A high school student is killed in a car crash. The last white rhino dies, and kids collect more than 60,000 eggs on the beach. All that and more on this half hour of RTN News. Welcome back to a brand new episode of RTN News. I'm Victoria Todorova.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Let's take a look at some local news.
A Salem County high school student is killed in a car crash. 17-year-old Timothy Krim lost control of his pickup truck and crashed while attempting to pass another vehicle. Krim was pronounced dead at Memorial Hospital of Salem County after the crash on Sunday. He was a junior firefighter and was working his way up to becoming a probationary firefighter.
Interested in sailing the high seas of New Jersey? Then complete the New Jersey Boating Safety Course. State law requires that anyone operating a boat or any personal watercraft must complete the safety course. The Coast Guard will be offering this course at the Parish of All Saints Church located at 621 Dock Street in Millville on Saturday, April 7th. The class, which runs from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., teaches all aspects of watercraft operation and will allow you to safely operate an aquatic vehicle. To register, all interested applicants should contact the Coast Guard.
The heavy snowfall in South Jersey caused many power outages. 2 days after the nor'easter hit the state for the fourth time in a month, about 15,000 homes and businesses were left without power. The power outages were caused by trees falling. The Atlantic City Electric crew are working 12 to 16-hour shifts to restore the power. There are currently 2,000 workers working, and some are even out of state.
A 37-year-old woman has been killed and one more wounded yesterday afternoon after a knife-wielding assailant attacked the two in Camden's Kramer Hill section. Both victims were rushed to Cooper University Hospital, with the woman eventually succumbing to her injuries, while the other victim remains under care. Camden County reports that the assailant still remains at large, and the police have the entire area under investigation. No charges have been filed as of this morning. The Rowan Television Network has been preparing for its annual telethon coming up in April. Let's go to Leon Purvis, who will take us behind the scenes of the preparation for the production.
It's that time of the year again when the Rowan Television Network is gearing up for the telethon for the 11th year in the row.
We kind of had to make this portion of the show. We had to make do because originally it was supposed to be live and then we got snowed out. So it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of quick work on our end, but seeing it finally come together has been really exciting.
Some people are performing an event for the first time ever just for fun.
I perform for fun. I'm not pursuing a musical career, but I am someone who loves playing guitar.
Others are veteran performers that are returning to the 5-hour live show.
I love that they've been doing something a little bit different every year. This is the first year I think they're doing a talent show based kind of thing, which is really neat because normally it's just been performance after performance, but now there's kind of this talent show aspect, which is really neat.
And this year's charity is Pennsylvania Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Casey Holcomb, the RTF advisor, is a part of this charity, so he had told us about it, and we just, once we heard about it and we read on it, we just really fell in love with it.
One of the performers literally hopped out of bed to be here.
Because what happened was, I set my alarm to 7:30 this morning, went off, my body was just like, oh heck no, went back to sleep, woke up at 10:10.
From 6 to 11 p.m. Tune in. You can watch it on Facebook Live or the channel.
You can catch all of these talented performers the night of the telethon on Wednesday, April 18th. Reporting from Rowan University for RTN News, I'm Leon Purvis.
Oh man, what a great production. Both of us were on that yesterday, so I know we had a good time. All the talent was a lot of fun, and personally, I just really enjoyed myself. How about yourself, Victoria?
Same, very talented people, great performances. It was a great time.
And we look forward to the actual telethon coming this April.
Tune in. Coming up, find out what events are happening across campus.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Welcome back to RTN News. Here is Tom with this week's entertainment.
Hey everyone. On the 27th at 8 p.m. in Flieger Hall will be Rowan Sings. This show brings together all of the university's vocal music ensembles, including the choirs, campus pop a cappella groups, soloists, musical theater students, and more for one entertaining evening of music. Flieger Concert Hall is located in Wilson Hall on the university's Glassboro campus. Tickets are $10, but Rowan students, faculty, and staff are free with a valid ID. Advanced reservations are not required. This Tuesday night in the Student Center Ballroom will be the next movie night. This week will be Father Figures. Starring Owen Wilson, Glenn Close, and J.K. Simmons, this comedy tells the story of two brothers whose mother led them to believe their father had died. Upon learning the truth that he is alive, the brothers set out to find him. Won't want to miss this. Do you have a great singing voice? Or do you at least think you do? Why not give those pipes the old college try this Thursday night for open mic night at RA? This goes out to all singers, musicians, and even poets too. Come down to the Student Center pit to show off your talent for your classmates. Looking for a spot to just chill on a Friday night? Well, this other RA event sounds right up your alley. At 9 p.m. this Friday in the Student Center pit is the RA and Chill event. On this night, you can enjoy karaoke, create paper daisies, have some popcorn, and just relax.
That seems fun. Always fun to chill out, have a good time.
Everybody needs a day to just chill out, relax.
What better to do it on a Friday night at RA?
Perfect. Sounds perfect.
It's definitely a time to chill.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
You're welcome.
Coming up, find out about the Great Egg Hunt.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hundreds of kids sprawled out over the sandy beaches of Ocean City this weekend for the Shore Town's annual Great Egg Hunt. Children from all ages groups quickly picked up eggs, and approximately 60,000 plastic ones were scattered along the beach this weekend. The hunt was separated by age group, and most had all of their eggs picked up in under 10 minutes. Pavilions and beach spots were set up to allow children and parents to see what prizes awaited them in their Easter eggs, which totaled over 20,000. A second Great Egg Hunt will take place this Saturday, March 31st at 2:30 p.m. with a rain date of Sunday, April 1st.
March of Our Lives occurred across the country and world on Saturday. Students called for stricter gun control and measures to combat mass shootings. Around 800,000 people marched down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. The march was a direct response to the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. It was inspired by student survivors to launch a movement to address the issue of gun violence. And now to Devon with What's Trending.
Thank you, Victoria. Now let's get back to this week of What's Trending. Former Major League Baseball slugger Albert Bell was reportedly charged with indecent exposure and extreme DUI on Sunday during a spring training game in Arizona. Bell, 51, was charged with 2 counts of indecent exposure, 1 count of DUI and 1 count of extreme DUI. Fox 10 Phoenix reported. Extreme DUI means police measured Bell's blood alcohol level to be above .08. The former All-Star outfielder was booked into the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office jail in Scottsdale, according to the New York Daily News. Thousands rallied in Washington, D.C. on Saturday for a March for Our Lives protest to advocate for gun control. Thousands more joined them at other marches in cities large and small across the country. Their motto is Never Again. The march marked the most dramatic and powerful show yet of teenage activism against gun violence in the wake of the mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Close to 1 million students stood up and steamed out of classrooms across the country last week as part of the National School Walkout. Another National School Walkout is planned for April 20th, the anniversary of the Columbine shooting. Reports came out earlier this week that Hulk Hogan was in talks with WWE to make a return to the company nearly 3 years after his contract was terminated. WWE confirmed that those reports on Thursday, saying in a statement, "We have had discussions with Toy Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, about how he can help others learn from his mistakes. However, he is not under any contract with WWE." Mark Henry, who was announced for the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2018 on Monday, discussed the possibility of having Hogan come back into the fold and interview on Busted Radio. Hogan was fired back in 2015 after segments leaked from his sex tape showed the former WWF champion saying multiple racist things about black people and admitting he was racist.
What a interesting, nice stories you have there today, Devon.
Yeah, very.
And some
going wild these days.
lots of crazy wild stuff, and even a former legend in the world wrestling world.
Actor as well.
Actor now is hoping to come back.
Good movie from Ted, but
good
so
stuff.
sad he had to do things.
Do you personally, are you a fan of Hulk Hogan?
I couldn't say I am.
Well, maybe if he comes back, Victoria, you can get the spark back
maybe.
for Hulk Hogan.
I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Thank you, Devon.
Thank you. Coming up, find out what the healthiest cities in the U.S. are.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
America's oldest gum maker has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection amid court papers filed this Sunday night. Remington Arms and its parent company, Remington Outdoors, made the move due to slumping sales at the firm that has been around for more than 200 years. Remington, based in North Carolina, has been making various firearms since 1816. The company will continue operations while it pursues a way to stay afloat. This comes at a time when gun restriction ideals are at an all-time high, and the company chief financial officer states that the business has seen significant decline in revenue and sale over the last 12 months. Remington first announced its plans on February 12th, but have been delayed for various reasons.
Emma Gonzalez, a student from the Parkland, Florida shooting, stood in silence on stage during her speech. During the March of Our Lives on Saturday, Gonzalez stood on the stage for 6 minutes and 20 seconds, and part of that time was just silence. That was the time it took the gunmen to extinguish those 17 lives, she said. During the time she spoke, she repeated the names of the 17 lives lost. Her speech was very different from her previous speeches she is known for.
Falls Church, Virginia has just topped the U.S. News and World Report's ranking of the healthiest cities in the U.S. U.S. News and the Aetna Foundation analyzed about 3,000 U.S. counties in 10 categories ranging from education, infrastructure, food and nutrition, and community vitality. The National Committee on Vital and Health Statistics consider these categories important, and that a community's health can be affected by everything from obesity and smoking rates to education and recreational access. In addition to Falls Church, Fairfax and Loudoun County in Virginia scored in the top 10, with Philadelphia unfortunately landing at the bottom of the list.
The world's last white rhino has died. 45-year-old male northern white rhino has died, leaving 2 females to save the species from extinction. Sudan has been in poor health and has been treated for age-related issues and multiple infections. After his condition worsened, the decision was made to euthanize the animal. Researchers were able to save some of Sudan's genetic material for the future. Sudan had around-the-clock security and lived a long, healthy life. Now here is Derek with your Rowan Sports Update.
Thanks, Victoria. The Rowan sports schedule was affected once again by a snowstorm, but the Profs were able to sneak in a few games regardless. The swimming and diving team competed in the NCAA Division III Championships, having a number of people place well during the 4-day event. Sean Piacente finished 12th on the 3-meter board. The 200-yard freestyle relay of Kevin Galuli, Dylan Reagan, Eric Feuerstein, and Nate Wodowicz finished 10th with a time of 1 minute 22.45 seconds. The 800-yard freestyle relay team of Feuerstein, Wodowicz, Galuli, and John Tepper finished 15th with a time of 6 minutes 46.1 seconds. Tepper also finished in 8th on the 1650 freestyle with a time of 15 minutes 40.29 seconds. And finally, the 400 freestyle relay team of Feuerstein, Reagan, Wodowicz, and Galuli earned 13th with a time of 3 minutes 2.89 seconds. The women's lacrosse team took on the Cabrini Cavaliers on Saturday. They held a tight 9-8 advantage at the end of the first half, holding the lead after Alex DeGarris scored 3 goals for the Profs. The Profs would catch fire in the second half. 5 goals from Maddie Bray, along with an excellent defensive showing, allowed the team to outscore Cabrini 15-4 in the second half of play. The Profs would win with a 24-12 final score behind 7 goals from Maddie Bray. DeGarris and Mikola Gillespie would also turn in great performances with 4 goals each. The team's next outing is on Wednesday against Washington College.
Not a lot of sports this week, Derek.
Yeah, it's a slow week because of that storm.
We had storms.
The spring season's picking up, and hopefully no more storms because actual spring is here too.
That is true. We need some great spring to get more of those Profs win. Happy we got some over the weekend, Derek.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some more Prof wins.
Me as well. Thank you very much.
And that's all for this week's edition of RTN News. I'm Victoria Todorova.
And I'm Sean Kelly. Have a great week, Rowan University.